Yeah. Well,
We all get in trouble. Damn Sheik. It's Sheik's fault.
Well, no. I was over 21. I made my bet. I got to lay in it, man. But I tell you what, it was a huge blow to my career. I was lucky to survive it professionally, man. But you think it was right after WrestleMania 3. 93,000 people, Pontiac Silverdome, the Killer Bees are getting killed by Nikolai and the Sheik. I run down my 2x4. Boom, I got Nikolai. Boom, I got the Sheik. Oh, 93,000 folks. USA! USA! 3 weeks later, I'm on the side of a cop car in the Garden State Parkway.
Wow.
I mean, what a huge fall from grace. But anyway, so what happened, we did the show. We flew into Newark. And I ran across the Sheik, comes up to me, goes, Duggan, I have no credit card. Maybe you give me a ride. I'm like, yeah, sure, Sheik, I'll give you a ride. Jump in the car, buddy. We jumps in and he says, let me get some St. Pauli girl beer. I'll never drink another St. Pauli girl beer as long as I live, I promise you. Anyway, so we got the same, we're in New Jersey. We're on our way to Asbury Park from Newark. We're going down the Garden State Parkway. And I'm like, well, Sheik, I got a little weed. You want to smoke a doobie? He's like, yeah. So we smoked the doob. We're driving down. I'm sipping on the beer. I go by the trooper. The trooper looks at me. He's like, he comes screaming. Now, at the time, I'm living in Louisiana. I was drive-through daiquiri huts in Louisiana. It's not illegal to drink and drive in Louisiana. So I'm drinking the beer. Hi, officer, driving by him. Lights and sirens, pulls me over. So the trooper comes up to the car. He goes, you're drinking while driving. I said, yes, sir, but I'm not drunk. He goes, it's illegal in New Jersey. I was like, oh. He goes, you got anything else you want to tell me about? I said, yes, sir, because in Louisiana, they take it away from me, you know. Get out of here, Duggan. I said, yes, sir. I have a small amount of marijuana under my seat. Out of the car, feet back and spread them.
Oh,
wow. USA. Nothing's working, right?
Nothing's working.
Nothing's working. And now they pull the Sheik key out. He's got his purse. They open it up. 3 grams of coke sitting in the purse. Now they got him on now there's all kinds of cops. So people guys going down the Garden State Parkway going, there's Hacksaw Duggan and the Iron Sheik.
And you guys were at a major feud at that time, right?
Right. I just got done hitting with my 2x4. WrestleMania 3. Yeah, this was way before the sports entertainment. This was when kayfabe was strong.
Right.
And so I got 2 tickets, drinking while driving and having less than a half ounce of weed. I just had a couple doobies, you know. Sheik had a felony bust. He had 3 grams of cocaine. He went in front of a judge, got bonded out, and we made the show.
Wow.
And we didn't tell anybody. So I called Deborah that night and they go, honey, we got popped, but nobody knows about it. This was long before the internet, right? This is way back. And she calls me at 6 o'clock the next morning. Everybody knows. Everybody. So my first call was my dad, God bless him, who was my best man in my wedding, best man I ever met. He's still chief of police in Glens Falls. He gets ambushed, TV camera. How about your kid, cocaine, marijuana, partying on the parkway? My pop's like, what? So I called my dad. He goes, you get arrested for cocaine? I said, no, sir. I got arrested for marijuana. He goes, I know sooner or later. He chewed my butt pretty good. But then my family rallied around me because they realized what a huge blow it was going to be to my career, you know. And my next call was to Vince. And never in my life have I gotten through to Vince McMahon so quick, you know. Usually I'm on hold for 10 minutes, you know. Duggan for McMahon, yeah, hold. I'm like, Jim Duggan for Vince McMahon. Click, click. And guys, I'll tell you, to the day I die, I will remember verbatim what Vince McMahon said to me. He goes, Jim, what have you done to us? And I said, Vince, I'm embarrassed and ashamed. He says, turn in your tickets and go home. Hung the phone up. But back then we had the big stack of tickets, you know. I had my tickets and I went home and he cut a big promo. I waited a couple of days. Jake tried to schmooze it over. And Jake called me and goes, you're screwed. It ain't going to happen. You're not coming back. And so I went off the deep end. I, thank goodness, never stayed with me, man. I did every drug, cut down trees with an axe, if a rabbit ran through my backyard, that had at it. I mean, I was off. But finally, I kicked out, and I realized I had to get back to work. And I called up and set up a meeting with Dusty down at WCW. But before I flew down to see Dusty, Bruce Pritchard called me and said, "Don't do nothing drastic. We're going to bring you back." And they brought me back, but they kept me strong, but they never put the big gas on me ever again. So yeah, it was a big shot to the career. But like I said, I was over 21. Not the worst thing that's ever happened to me, but it's in the top 3.